for sharing your views, perspective. Excellent. You gave a couple of live examples of how different industries or corporates are struggling in terms of imbibing and also giving a direction to a thousand others. Moving ahead, I request Dr. Vijay Kulkarni, sir, Honorable Chairman of uh, SEAC Maharashtra. Sir has a PhD from NIRI and has extensive experience of working with industry and now also at the policy making level. So, sir, kindly share your keynote address, sharing your also experience and perspective from both sides for the benefit of our viewers.
Thank you, organizers. We are more than 2.5 hours in this webinar. So what I decided that I will restrict myself to just 5 points. First, most important, I'm observing Dr. Dheeraj Kumar Singh for the last 15 years. He used to come to us in 2006 when I was member of the Central Committee. And over the years, he has ably performed 2 roles. First thing is mentoring. He has mentored so many young professionals in the field of environment that I feel proud of him. Second thing, which should be followed by many people, is the way he is running AAJ. In last 1 year, so many webinars he has organized and used his goodwill and network to bring to people a collective wisdom which nobody else is doing in this country. I think wherever alumni associations are there, right from IITs, they should learn something from Dr. Dheeraj Kumar Singh. And this message I keep on giving whenever I get an opportunity. Now, coming back to my experience in the field of environment, it is basically related to environmental clearance process. And I thought that I should share some of my views. First thing, what I have seen is what has not changed in the last 15 years is mutual mistrust between appraisal committee members and consultants. We appraisal committee members feel that consultants want to fool us, and consultants are always worried that what next is going to land on their table as a demand from appraisal committee. That mutual feeling of mistrust has to go away at least after 15 years. Second thing is mutual respect. When we were member right in 2006, we used to believe in building construction projects, developers are putting their time, money, resources to provide accommodation for people, and therefore they deserve respect. We need not humiliate them. Over the years also it has found that new consultants are coming in the field and they have very little respect about the persons who are sitting on the other side of the table. Whosoever is sitting as expert committee member is giving his valuable time for betterment of environment. And therefore, my young friends, you have to learn to respect the members. Third important thing, right from 1985, I am observing and working with Ministry of Environment. Our generation used to believe more in spirit than letters. We thought that our legislation is meant for bringing improvement in environment and not for bringing more cases in front of, say, high courts or NGT. Nowadays, I'm finding everywhere we are going more by letters than spirit, and therefore the whole purpose of excellent legislation which we are having in this country is defeated. I'll precisely come to the building construction projects. In 2004, for the first time, environmental clearance was made mandatory for building construction projects. And that time, our understanding was extending concept of carrying capacity for assessing building construction projects. And I will elaborate what I'm saying. Whenever you are constructing buildings, which are coming for, say, more than 20,000 square meters or so, that means 200 houses at one place. On one hand, it is putting some demand in front of environment, demand in terms of water supply, demand in terms of power requirement, demand in terms of environmental infrastructure in nearby areas. At the same time, it's creating some load on environment in terms of air pollution, sewage, stormwater, increasing transportation, so on and so forth. So, in 2006 to 2008, when we were members, we were basically looking after these aspects when the project used to come to us. Subsequently, somehow that entire concept of environmental clearance for building construction projects has got entangled into what is the built-up area, what is the FSI area, what is non-FSI area, whether it is exceeded by 2% or 5%, and more and more legislative cases and violation cases are coming up. We need to introspect ourselves why we are bringing legislation in this country and how do we improve it and change it. Last thing is, if we don't make legally working possible, illegal things are bound to happen. And I will put blame on my own colleagues who are sitting in various committees. We keep on asking for NOCs from different agencies, from Gram Panchayat for water supply, from municipal corporation, from sewerage, from electricity board for power supply, from forest department, NOC, so on and so forth. These things don't serve any purpose. We know how the certificates are taken, and these promote illegal working. We have to make legal working possible. And last point, what is missing over the years is openness. Openness between expert committee members and consultants. In my committee in Maharashtra, ACAC1, we have tried to bridge this gap. So far, we had 2 rounds of interaction with my environmental consultants to understand what difficulties they are facing, what difficulties we are facing. When we sit on this side of table, we get opportunity of seeing good presentations. So we want to share it with other consultants and tell them this is the way you should improve it. Next time, we are going to have a meeting with district mining officers because many projects which are coming to us are from quarrying and sand mining sectors. So we want to have dialogue with the people. This sort of openness is missing across the country. Consultants should get some opportunity of interacting with expert members when they have put aside the cap of expert and share mutually what are the problems so that we can effectively use the environmental legislations. And as Dr. Bajpai said in the beginning, we have an excellent piece of legislation in this country. Something is somewhere going wrong in the implementation of it, and we need to improve it. That's all I wanted to share with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Very brief but highly impactful words that you have mentioned in your short remarks, giving a clear perspective as to how you see this industry, and also your kind message and urge of openness actually will open more windows of further collaboration and discussion. Now, moving forward, may I now request